We're here interviewing Bob Boschman from Kamloops, Canada. I've known Bob for a few years now, and I was really looking forward to this interview with him because he's a real character, and we love this guy, and he builds outrageously light Mini Coopers. And Bob, welcome. Thank you, my friend, for this interview.
You're welcome.
Tell us, how long have you been doing this?
I'm going to say about 1960 is the earliest I recall racing.
We would love to hear a little bit about this car. Could you tell us about...
How much time you got?
Well, we know this is special. I've been watching you build this car for some time online
I've sent you
now.
pictures of it.
Yes. And
Well,
I'm just excited to see it.
I'll give you a quick rundown. It started out as a 62 Austin 850, and when I saw the rules, they said you could have mini derivatives, and I immediately thought of a mini sprint. So I got together with another fella, and we looked at this body that I had, the car body, not mine.
Yeah.
That was beyond repair. And so we sectioned 2 inches out of the body, we chopped 2 inches out of the roof, and we slanted the windshield back 10 degrees, which meant, of course, the roof had to be shorter. And I made a carbon roof and shortened it. I made the carbon doors, and I shortened them from the bottom, and the carbon trunk is shortened from the bottom, and the nose was actually the easiest part to do. It just turned out that way. Well, we looked at it for a long time, and we knew it had to be compressed 2 inches, and we took 2 inches out of the side here, and it came right to between the headlight and the park light, and it actually brought them together. Then we went straight down, and we went right across where the grill is at the bottom, because there it's almost straight. And all of a sudden it went all together, and it was perfect. So
love it when that comes together.
Yeah.
Tell us about this paint scheme.
Well, you know what? I didn't invent this paint scheme. I have to give credit to an artist called Jeff Koons. He did a BMW art car, and I saw that, and it just struck me. I said, wow. So there's over 100 hours in doing this.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Every piece you see is hand cut and fitted. We just kind of used Jeff Koons' colors and the way he had done it, because he did it on a BMW, and it looks nothing like a Mini, as you know. So we weren't sure how it would end up, but everybody seems to think it's okay. This car is quite complex.
Yeah.
There's so many fabricated parts. If I had to guess, I'd say there's like 200 parts that I made.
Oh, really?
At least
Now-
200 parts. Like, I fabricated every part of the roll cage. It's all the windows, of course, they're Lexan, and of course it had to be special. And then all the bars, and I even made the entire front. The firewall is all carbon, and we put crank fire ignition in it, and all the parts are fabricated, and a lot of them are adaptations.
Well, you are all about light. You
Light
and
is
Jim
right.
Clark, light is right. That's correct.
That's my motto.
That's right.
So-
You make all your own carbon fiber.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even the door handles I made out of plastic. The hinges are made out of plastic. Yes, really.
Even the shift knob.
I make the shift knobs, yes. The shifter is actually tubular, and it's chromoly tubing from a bicycle, and so is the rod that comes out there. So they're considerably lighter.
Now, my guess is this car probably weighs under 1,000 pounds.
Yes, but we don't know exactly yet. The last car we had, the orange one,
Yeah.
was 985 pounds at its very lightest.
Really?
Yeah, 985.
I remember a picture of you at Laguna Seca where you were doing an interview for a magazine.
Oh, yeah.
And you had the bonnet off, and I said, hey Bob, put that up over your head. And with one hand,
Yeah.
you held that over your head, and that was the
Same thing with this
picture
one.
in the magazine.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, that's fabulous. That's fabulous.
And you know, we've got some really trick parts on here. For instance, we have those AVO shocks. Never had anything of the sort before. They're hand jointed, they're aluminum, they're double adjustable. We also have the bigger brakes, you know, the vented
I see that.
7.9s.
Slotted, vented, 4-piston alloy
Yes.
calipers.
Yeah. I also made my own aluminum rear brakes.
You
They're
made your
aluminum.
own aluminum rear brakes.
Absolutely. I didn't make the calipers, I made the discs. And I had them hard anodized. I figured, you know, the back end doesn't do any work on
This
this.
car doesn't weigh anything anyway.
Yeah. And the KAD ones I had before didn't work. We never could get them to stop from locking up the rear. I'm going to have them not locking this
You're
time.
going to fix that.
That's right. And you know, we got the alloy hubs, the alloy swivel hubs, and the drive flanges, same with the back. There's a lot of aluminum on
Is
here.
that chromoly tubular lower suspension as
Yes,
well?
I made that.
You made that as well.
I make my own, yes.
Well, you made this whole car from scratch.
Pretty much.
It's not all car. A lot of it goes to you, Bob. You've been doing this a long time.
Yes,
and
I suppose.
I remember watching some YouTube videos of you at Laguna Seca driving the old orange car.
Oh yeah.
And I just laughed so hard because here you are in this little Mini going around the outside of Porsches, hitting that corkscrew, and you just smoked them all. I mean, these are cars way out of a Mini's class.
I love beating Porsches.
Oh, yes, you do.
I sure do. I would eat them alive with that 1460.
This is fabulous. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Jeremy.
It's a real pleasure.
Now, he's done this before, that he intends to retire. Does anyone believe this?
I was lying last time.